You can take this on faith. Just about everyone who sees the Book of Mormon loves this hilariously entertaining, outrageously irreverent Broadway musical. It didn't get 9 Tony Awards by accident, and we are thrilled to have early coffee this morning with its stars. Josh Gad, who plays Elder Cunningham, Andrew Rannells, better known as Elder Price, Nikki M. James, who plays Nabalungi, and Rory O'Malley, who appears as Elder McKinley. Great to have all of you with us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Did I get that Nabalungi pronunciation right?
Absolutely. Which is more than I can say for some of the other.
Because it goes by a lot of different names in this show. So the show has just been such a stunning success. And I say stunning because it does touch on some details that could be very problematic, I should say. Sure. So tell me how surprised you are by all of this.
I mean, I think we were optimistic. I mean, we've each sort of been a part of this this journey of the creation of the show for different amounts of time. But I would say that personally, I thought it was very funny, and I was very optimistic that it would be received well. But of course, you never know. And then we started previews, and we started to see that not only did what I considered to be like the target audience, like sort of maybe a younger crowd, a South Park, who sort of grew up with South Park, they thought it was funny, but then we also realized that it sort of knew no age. Like, older people were laughing at it, very old people were laughing at it. I mean, it covered a lot of a wide demographic, which was a very nice surprise.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How about the Mormon community? Are they laughing?
They have. I mean, they've gone out of their way in many respects to complement the work that we're doing. Very often, I would say at least twice a week, we have somebody who practices Mormon faith come up to
Book of Mormon. Last night.
I did last night.
Come up to us and say, I may be offended by some of the content, but it's a wonderful show, and the message is amazing. And the heart in it, I think, catches a lot of people by surprise. And that is the genius of what Trey, Matt, and Bobby and everybody's done.
The South Park team who came to you. I want to get to that part about, the heart in the show, because it has these, the laugh lines are sort of the more blasphemous, potentially blasphemous details. But there is the heart. I mean, things do end up, well, I don't want to give everything away here, but it has the happy tone to it as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that is the most shocking part of our show, is by the end of it, you can find yourself tearing up. And I don't think that anyone thought that they would enter our theater and, have their heartstrings tugged at in this way. And, but it's because these writers, Bobby Lopez and Matt and Trey, they were so meticulous about making sure that they were telling a good story. Yeah. And the characters are so rich. So even the things that would be, blasphemous, they're earned. And, when you can tell a good story and you bring the audience on the journey with you, you can get away with anything.
Nikki, your character is so sweet.
Oh, thanks.
Right from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel like that's something that, you had to sort of search for? Because you have this quality as a performer that's so likable from start to finish.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, the compliment. It's funny. I mean, I'm just playing the given circumstances, and in my mind, Nabalungi is, I'm a Disney girl, so in my mind, it's just like she's just a sweet sort of, like a character who's not yet affected by the reality of her situation. She still has such hope, and if you play into that, it's a really beautiful thing to get to do every night for a little while, because I've seen some bad stuff in my life, and it's sort of nice to be able to just be innocent and have just pure hope. And I think that is really helpful in telling our story too. I think it is a story about faith, and it is a story about optimism and the ability of a group of people to get together and make a difference.
It really does come through. You guys are doing this, what is it, eight performances every week. And the energy all of you exuded when I got to see the show is incredible. How do you keep that up? How do you maintain that?
Coffee. Literally. Coffee, a lot of caffeine.
We also get a list of who's there. So if it's a more important person like yourself, then we'll elevate our performance.
Were you guys performing to me?
And if it's just people who pay $150, we'll be like, all right, well.
No, I mean, the lights go out at our show and the audience starts screaming.
Yes.
So if you can't find energy and excitement in yourself when you have an audience of people screaming just when the lights go out in anticipation, you know, you're not going to find it for anything.
We certainly talk about how tired we feel when we get to the theater, but then once the show starts, you're
and we
just
lift
on
each other
board.
up too. It's sort of, it's great that we you know, we are really close. We're really good friends, and we love each other. And it's really fun to be on stage with people you respect every night. And they, you know, when everyone's on their game, you sort of just match their level. And it's really fun to play off talented.
And we've worked on this show for 3 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
4 years, yeah. It's now in its 4th year. So to be able to actually put it in front of people is such an exciting thing, and to share it with the world. You know, we've been waiting and working on it for a long time for this moment. So that definitely gets us very excited to go to that theater every night.
Did you ever have any doubt when you first signed up for it? You saw the script?
I did.
You did?
I had a lot of doubt.
Really?
I called up my agent when I first heard. They sent me a demo with a very controversial number on it that's still in the show to this day. And I said, I really love Trey and Matt and Bobby, but I don't want to die. I really have this.
You don't want to get stoned in the street?
Yeah, I don't want to get shot, and I feel like this is pretty intense material. And out of context, which is the brilliance of our producing team and our publicity team to kind of not put any content out there that doesn't have a context to it, it really sent a different message than when I heard it with the script and saw exactly what they were doing. And that's the most fascinating part of this, is we're doing the most explosive material I've ever seen on Broadway, but everybody says after the show, God, it's not nearly as offensive as I thought it would be. Yeah. And I think it's a psychological thing of the show is so sweet and heartfelt that at the end of the day, you can't help but leave with a smile and forget about the fact that, yes, we're doing some really edgy stuff, but we're also putting it in a different sort of context than you expect.
Absolutely.
Had all of you watched South Park? Were you fans of South Park before the show?
time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Team America should have won the Pulitzer Prize.
I won't say what should come after you say that. There is an obvious response to all of that. In terms of all of you and your careers and your trajectory, clearly they've been fantastic already. Where does this rank for each of you?
Oh, this is tops.
Yes, it's the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all. The sort of nice thing about all of us is that we've been working sort of at a level for a while, and like sort of, I guess, towards this goal to have sort of a moment like this. And I don't know if any one of us could have imagined that it would be quite this exciting or quite this popular, but. I mean, I think it's safe to say that this is sort of the highlight of all of our careers so far.
And
she won a Tony.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're all Tony nominated. Nikki won.
What are you kidding?
Yeah, seriously.
You're like, eh.
Oh, I
it's
did this one show off Broadway a few years ago. No, you know, it's really special to have your performance, my performance, our performances acknowledged in a show that that I love to be a part of, and so, you know, when you're doing good work in a show that you like and that you also think is, you know, that you're excited to go to work for, it's sort of the best of all worlds. So, yeah, this is it.
Yeah, I think, you know, for me, it's almost like I already feel like this is the best thing that I will ever be a part of. You know,
No, you didn't peak yet.
No, it's not. It's not about peaking. It's about knowing how special this is.
You know, I think even if we all go on, which I expect all, everybody here to go on and do some amazing things, there is some truth to the fact that this is a once-in-a-lifetime event. Sure. You know, you dream about this moment, but it doesn't. All the right pieces came together at the right time to create this atmosphere. And I think at least where musical theater is concerned, and especially musical comedy is concerned, this is a major milestone. And I don't know that I'll ever be a part of something like this again. And it's pretty momentous to know that we all were involved in its creation and its inception.
Right before we opened, Mike Nichols came to see the show, and he said he was very nice about the show, but he said, This is the only time this will ever happen for you. To be part of this, like, this is the last time. Yeah. He's like, this is it. Like, this is the
excitement.
The excitement of this moment,
joy that
Have
it's
you guys
brought
been
to our
keeping
lives.
a journal?
It's really great.
Sure.
No.
Mental.
You do?
I've been keeping a mental
like
journal.
Just little things, because it's happening so quickly, and the time is sort of flying by, and I hope that I can look back years from now and have a good picture of what this was like. So yeah.
When I write my biography, I'm just going to make it all up.
Speaking of making it all up, we have a question here at Early Coffee we ask all of our guests, and that is, who would you, if you could choose one person, take to Early Coffee? We can start with you, Rory.
Oh, okay. Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. Nikki?
I flip-flopped, and I have to go with Tennessee Williams.
Very interesting.
Okay, I'm going. We were talking about her in the green. I'm going with Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda?
I want to hang out with Jane Fonda.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do a little working out.
Yeah, hell yeah. A little coffee, yeah. I'm going with Jane Fonda.
I'm really disappointed. I too was going to say Jane Fonda. I would definitely go with Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Well, it was wonderful
Judging
having
me.
all of you with us today.
Thank
We
you very
really
much for having
sincerely
us.
appreciate it. Josh, Andrew, Nikki, and Rory, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
So much fun, guys.
Thank you.
Go see the show.